Today, I will give you a detailed lecture on the human heart. Here is the checklist of this lecture. We will first define the human heart. After that, we will discuss the layers of the heart. Then, we will study the chambers. After that, we will examine the structure of the heart. Next, we will discuss the heart valves. Then, we will learn about the sounds of the heart. Love and dub. Afterward, we will locate the heart in the body. Finally, we will discuss the functions of the heart. Let's start with the definition of the heart. The heart is a powerful muscular organ. As you know that our body is made up of muscles and bones. The heart is specifically made up of muscles, which makes it a muscular organ. It is also a pumping organ, as it pumps blood throughout the circulatory system. You might be thinking, what is the circulatory system? The circulatory system is a network of blood vessels, including arteries and veins, through which our heart pumps blood throughout our body. I have created a detailed lecture on the circulatory system, which you can watch later. I will provide the link to that lecture in the description or visit my channel. Now let's discuss the location of the heart. This is the heart located in the center of the chest. You can see the position of the heart in the center. This is the left side and this is the right side. You might say this is the right side and this is the left side. But whenever we study the human body, we look at it as if facing us. In this view, the right side of the body appears on the left and vice versa. Similarly, when we shake hands with this human figure, our hand would be from this side, but their hand would be from the opposite side. Thus, our right side becomes the left and our left becomes the right. The heart is mostly on the left side of the body. You can see that it lies slightly to the left of the body's midline, with a greater portion of the heart on the left side. Now, if we talk about the size of the heart, this is a fist and the human heart is about the size of your fist. Next, let's move on to the layers of the heart. The heart has three layers. In front of you is an illustration of the heart. If we examine the outer surface, this is the outer layer of the heart. Let's take a small part of this layer for examination. When we look at this section, we find three layers. The first is the outer layer, which is called the epicardium. EP means outer or upper, and cardium means heart. So the outer layer of the heart is called the epicardium. Below the epicardium is the second layer called the myocardium. Myo means muscle, and this entire layer is made up of muscle. The third layer is the innermost layer, called the endocardium. Endo means inside, so the endocardium is the inside layer of the heart. In short, we have three layers of heart, such as the epicardium, myocardium, and endocardium. Now, let's discuss the chambers of the heart. If we talk about the chambers of the heart, the human heart has four chambers, two at the top and two at the bottom. The upper chambers are called atria and the lower chambers are called ventricles. This is the left atrium and this is the left ventricle. On the other side, we have the right atrium and the right ventricle. Thus, our heart has four chambers. Now, let's move on to the heart valves. There are two types of valves in the heart, atrioventricular valves and semilunar valves. Atrioventricular valves are located between the atria and ventricles. If we look at the back of the heart, you can see these valves positioned between the atria and ventricles. There are also semilunar valves in the arteries that prevent blood from flowing backward. When the heart pumps blood out, these valves ensure that the blood does not return to the heart. As I have already mentioned, valves are structures that prevent backflow of the blood. They allow substances to move forward but prevent them from returning. If we look at the structure of these valves, blood can only flow in one direction. The valves are designed in such a way that blood flows downward but cannot go back. There are two types of valves, the atrioventricular and semilunar valves. They regulate blood flow. Now, let's talk about how the heart is protected. The heart is very important for our body, so it needs to be well protected. Nature has provided multiple protections for this vital organ. First, we have ribs in our body. Ribs are bones that surround the heart. You can see the ribs in the illustration shown in white. The ribs encase the heart, protecting it from external impact, such as pushes or blows. The second protective feature is the thorax. Thorax contains fluid around the heart. If we look at the layers of the heart again, the endocardium, myocardium, and epicardium, we see that there is a layer of fluid around them. This is called the pericardial cavity. This cavity contains pericardial fluid. This fluid prevents friction, providing an additional layer of protection. Now let's discuss the sounds of the heart. If we talk about heart sounds, there are two types of sounds, lub and dub. When you listen to a heartbeat, it sounds like lub dub, lub dub dub, lub dub. These are the sounds produced by the heart as it functions. The first sound, lub, is produced when the ventricles contract and blood is pumped out of the heart. The second sound, dub, is produced when the ventricles relax and blood flows back in. The heart makes these sounds as it pumps, contracts, and relaxes. If someone asks you about these sounds, you can tell them that the lub sound occurs when the heart contracts and the dub sound occurs when it relaxes. Doctors use an instrument called a stethoscope to listen to these sounds. By listening to the heart, doctors can determine if there is any abnormality or heart disease. Another instrument is the sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer is used to measure blood pressure. The normal blood pressure of a human is 120 by 80 millimeter of mercury. Now let's discuss the types of blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Arteries carry blood away from the heart to the rest of the body, while veins bring blood back to the heart. The largest artery is called the aorta, and the largest veins are called the vena cavae, which include the superior vena cavae and the inferior vena cavae. Capillaries are small vessels that connect arteries and veins, allowing the exchange of substances between them. Finally, let's talk about the function of the heart. The heart is a muscular organ that pumps blood throughout the body. Blood carries many important substances such as glucose, nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and waste products. The heart plays a crucial role in supplying all these substances through the circulatory system. Question of the day: what is the primary function of the heart? Only a genius can answer in the comments below. If you would like to watch my other lectures on topics like the lungs, kidneys, liver, brain, and eyes, visit my channel to view my other videos.